guys, it's Di, and I wanted to do an updated skincare routine video and let you guys know what skincare products I was using right now and what I was really loving. And I had mentioned that I was thinking about doing this video a long while back. A few people had requested it, so I apologize that it took me so long to get this video posted, but I thought that this would be a great week to have this video be posted on YouTube because I could look back at it later. It's right at the beginning of the year, and I could look back at it later in the year and see how things have changed and see what I'm still loving and see what I have moved on from. So I have my skincare divided into two different aspects, and one is morning skincare and one is night skincare, and I do use a few things for both. And I did have 3 skincare tips that I was going to mention to you guys because although my skin is doing quite well now, and I do have one thing that I think has even helped improve it drastically within the past few months, it's doing quite well now, but I did have, you know, slight to moderate problems when I was a teenager, as I think a lot of teenagers do, and had kind of gone to the dermatologist and tried a lot of things, and none of them really worked for me. But the 3 tips I would give you, and I learned these as I got older, and these are really what I think helps my skin stay in shape and really has got it in the best shape possible, are first to always follow your skincare regimen morning and night regardless of what else you have going on in life. And if you're older, this is probably a little bit easier, but I know especially when you're in college, it's really tempting because you're going to classes maybe early in the morning, you've got a lot of social activities at night and in the evenings, and you get kind of caught up in that college lifestyle and might possibly slack on the whole skincare aspect a little bit. I understand, I've been there. But the biggest thing I would say is if you're in that type of situation, make sure to take your makeup off every night and really try to follow your full skincare regimen. Cleansing, moisturizing, the whole thing you would usually do, even if you've come in at, say, 2 o'clock in the morning and, you know, you just want to go to bed. Definitely make sure you get that makeup off your face because it will make a difference. And I didn't really have that many skincare problems in college. I guess I just kind of lucked out. Badescu was probably the worst for me, and I think my skin is more hormonal than anything else because the other time in life when I've gone to dermatologists and I actually had success at this point in life was when I was around 23, 24. I had a period of about 6 months where my face really flared up, and it was like that cystic type of acne, especially on my chin is mainly where I break out and have redness. I have a little bit of redness in my cheeks. My chin is really my problem area, and so I had persistent kind of cystic acne. It was hormonal related, and might have even just been because we moved and it was a different area. And so I went to a dermatologist in Michigan where I found a dermatologist that I really loved, and she actually had me do cortisone shots occasionally. It instantly cleared up my face. Any spots that I had would be gone within 24 hours for sure. So if you are not a minor, if you're older, if you really have had persistent acne, if it was hormonal based, it may be something to look into, but obviously that's a pretty extreme thing. Not all people may be okay with it. It didn't hurt at all, and it was, you know, fairly minimal. I went in like 1 or 2 times and that was it. My skin has been great ever since. So I just thought I would mention that because that has been my experience with going to dermatologists, and it really has been kind of hit or miss. That one dermatologist that I found in Michigan, she was wonderful and probably about the best one that I've gone to. So anyhow, that would be my first skincare tip, is to follow your regimen morning and night as much as you possibly can. The second one, and this is kind of like a family secret and something that I really do feel has helped my face, is to always sleep on a white pillowcase. And I know a lot of people probably do that anyways, but it's really tempting, especially when you're in high school, and I kind of fell into this trap where I had, you know, Hello Kitty everywhere, and my Ralph Lauren bedspread had to match my sheets, and the sheets that I slept on had a print on them, and so did the pillowcases. And I wanted everything to match, and I started sleeping on the pillowcases that had this print on them. And for whatever reason, whether it's an old wives' tale or what it is, if you have print on your pillowcase and it's sitting on your face all night long, I noticed that it would make my face act up. And as soon as I would go back to a white pillowcase, my face would clear up. So that has always been something, whether or not it's 100% proven or not, I do not know, but that has always been something I've heard from other family members and just kind of passed down, to always sleep on a white pillowcase, and that will help improve your face. So I'll just toss it out there into the YouTube world, and you can do with it what you want. And then the third tip I would say, just from my own experience, you have to go through and try different products because you have to find out what works for you. But once you find products that do work well with your skin and work well with kind of maintaining your skin at a great level, stick with them as much as possible. Then just try one new thing at a time, and that way you really know if it's helping your skin or possibly hurting it and making it act up a little bit. So that really helps as far as maintaining your skin over a long period of time. And once you find those things that really work with you, try to stick with them and use them for a longer period of time. And that has really helped me as I've gotten older. Once I find something that I like, I do continue to use it for a long period of time. I definitely still try new products and that sort of thing, but I always keep my staples in my skincare regimen. So I will kind of show you what those are as well. And first of all, I cleanse when I'm in the shower in the morning for the daytime. And I have two different cleansers that I'm using right now in the shower. This is just one that I picked up at Target. It just looked interesting to me. It's a skin brightening facial cleanser by Clean and Clear, and I do really like this. I was using CB Beauty cleanser for about 6 months to a year, and it worked really well for my face. Something I have to order off of Amazon, so I was just taking a break from having to order it and saw this at Target. So I'm using this up, and it, didn't do anything exceptionally well, but worked just fine with my face. So I probably will just be ordering the CB Beauty again, but this is something that's lasted me for quite some time. So that's what I have in my shower right now. I've also been trying this Korres Wild Rose Daily Brightening Refinishing Buff Cleanser. Now this is gentle enough that you could use it every day, but it is a consistent that has a little bit of grit in it, and I'll see if I can. It's just a little bit gritty. You're not going to be able to see it, but it has just a little bit of a fine exfoliation in it. And I found that it did work okay with my face. I don't necessarily use it every day, even though you can use it daily. I may use it for a few days in a row and then give my face one day off from it. I did feel like it brightened my face a little bit, and I do really like this Wild Rose line, so I probably will be repurchasing this in the future. I'm really glad that I tried it, and so probably after these two run out, I will probably repurchase the CB Beauty cleanser and then eventually one of these as well. And then always after I cleanse, I use this Mario Badescu Special Cucumber Lotion as my toner, and I found that this just works really, really well with my face. This is one of my staple items. I never change this. You can tell I'm almost out of it. I need to go to Ulta today and actually pick up another thing of it, but it's just a bright green liquid that looks really, really weird, and it works great with my skin. So once I found this toner, this is what I always use to tone in between cleansing and moisturizing. And then next, I use a lot of moisturizer samples that I get from Sephora and that sort of thing. But the moisturizing lotion that I use the absolute most is actually from Target. And this is the Up and Up Moisturizing Lotion for Radiant Skin. It has SPF 15 in it. And it's just a really nice light lotion. I like that it has the pump applicator. And I just put a few pumps of this onto a wedge, and I use this as my daily moisturizer. And this is kind of a go-to item that I've had in my skincare regimen for years. And then the new eye cream that I've been trying lately is from Korres, and this is the Wild Rose Instant Brightening Eye Treatment, and I love this. I do feel like I've seen results from this. I do feel like there's a brightening effect underneath my eyes, and it helps with just areas of darkness, and it is something you have to continue using, otherwise it seems like the effects aren't long lasting, but as long as you continue to use it, I have seen improvement, and I really like this. I definitely will be repurchasing this item. At night, I have two cleansers that I go between, and this one is the Gentle Skin Cleanser for sensitive skin. It's basically the Target Up and Up version of the Cetaphil cleanser, and Cetaphil is something that I've had in my beauty regimen for a really, really long time. Obviously, dermatologists a lot of times recommend it, especially if you're having trouble with your face. I first tried this Cetaphil cleanser when I was a teenager, and initially I got into dermatologists then, and so it's something that I've always had in my regimen somehow, and usually I like using it at night. I feel like it just gives you a really good clean. So I just keep a bottle of this on hand, and it's mainly what I use at night. And then also at night, this is a new thing that I just tried. It's the Origins Checks and Balances Frothy Face Wash, and I absolutely love this. I feel like my skin tone has improved since I started using this. And I try, like I said at the beginning of the video, only one new skin item at a time, so that way I really can kind of get a sense of what is making my skin better or what may be causing it harm. And so I tried this, and I feel like my skin tone has evened out since I've tried using it. I feel like it gives me a really nice deep clean, and it's just a really overall great cleanser. I will definitely continue to use this. In fact, I like this so much that I'm wanting to look into some other Origins items to try for my skincare regimen and see if my face actually, reacts to them as well as it reacted to this. So I'm really liking this brand, and we will see what else this year I try from Origins and really like. And at night, I use a number of different moisturizers. I have the Korres Wild Rose facial overnight treatment. I don't particularly like it. It's just a little bit too heavy for my skin, and I found I cannot put it on my nose and my chin because it makes me break out in those areas. So I've been using it on my cheeks sporadically. But my go-to moisturizer for night is this Jewel Treatment Moisturizer, oil-free, and it is also the Up and Up brand from Target. It compares to something that I've never tried. I just saw this Up and Up brand and decided to try it and really liked it. So I've continued to use this as my night moisturizer. I like this because it's a little bit thinner moisturizer than my daytime one. I feel like it gives me a little bit of moisture, but it's not really heavy sitting on my face. It does have salicylic acid in it, which at night I feel like maybe that helps my skin a little bit as well. And this is gentle enough that you could use it every day. I use it every night and I don't have any problems with it. Also at night before I use all of those products, I always use my Yes to Cucumbers face wipes to take off my makeup, and I do that actually before I cleanse. So I found that these work well with my skin. I really like the scent of these, and so these have been working out really, really well for me. A few other things that I have that may not be daily use items, but I use them whenever something may come up on my skin and that sort of thing. These are from Mario Badescu, and I really love both of these. This is the Mario Badescu Kiwi Face Scrub, and this is an exfoliator. And if you remember from my skincare video that I posted a real long time ago, I'll probably link it down below. I was actually using the strawberry version of this, which was like a pink color, and I decided to try the kiwi one after I ran out of the strawberry one because I thought green might counteract the redness on my face a little bit better. So this is what it looks like, and it just has little kiwi seeds in there, and it's just a nice green color. And this is just a nice exfoliator. I use this about once a week just to help kind of give my skin a deep clean, and I'm really liking that one. So I have the Mario Badescu drying lotion, and this is actually the pink sediment at the bottom is what you actually use out of this, and there's usually a clear liquid that goes all the way to the top, but I am actually getting ready to run out of this as well, so it's on my Ulta list for later today. And this is like a spot treatment where if you get a little spot, like especially for me, they're usually on my chin, pops up late in the day, I put this on at night after I've done my whole skincare regimen, and I just put little dots of it with a Q-tip on my face right where I'm having the problem area, and more often than not, 9 times out of 10, this will have cleared it up by the time I wake up in the morning. So this is like my secret weapon in my skincare regimen. I really love this stuff. It's absolutely great if you just get little spots occasionally, and I found that it works really, really well on my chin area. And it says, for immediate relief of unsightly whiteheads and pimples, dab 1 drop of the solution on each erupted area overnight. So they have different things for other kinds of things. I have this buffering lotion. This is more for like cystic acne, I believe, and I haven't noticed as much results from this, but this drying lotion, absolutely, if you just get a little spot for maybe something makeup wise you use that didn't work well with your skin or whatever, this has been a great corrector for me. And then last, as a part of my skincare regimen, just a few face items that I use with my makeup. I do really like face primers, and these are my 2 favorite ones. This is Bare Essentials Primetime Primer, and I've actually used this as a foundation primer for years. I do really like this one. I believe they may have just changed the formula of it a little bit. It just feels a little bit greasier than usual, but I do really like this brand, and I've used this one for a long time. And also the Tarte Clean Slate Poreless Primer. This was probably the primer I used the most in 2012. I really love this one. I'm running low on this one as well. I will definitely be replenishing this, and this was a really great primer for my skin. 3 concealers that I like for when I do have problem areas come up. I'm using right now this Bobbi Brown Color Corrector, and the color is Light Bisque. And I actually use this underneath my eyes every single day, and this is what the color looks like. And I just put a little bit underneath my eyes in areas where it might be a little bit dark, and that helps to conceal it right up. I really love this stuff. And then the areas where I get redness around my nose just a little bit, maybe sometimes on my chin especially, I use this Tarte Smooth Operator. Amazonian Clay Waterproof Concealer, and I found that this works especially well for me. I really love this. It's just a stick concealer. I usually don't like these at all, but this has worked really well for me, and I am definitely going to be replenishing this as well. My go-to heavy-duty concealer, if I just really got some problems going on, is the Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealer, and this stuff conceals pretty much anything. So this is an amazing concealer if you're having skin problems. I believe it probably is light enough for you to be able to conceal them and not worry about it caking up and that sort of thing, but it really does cover about everything. So that is my updated skincare routine, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys have any questions down below, and I really love all the products that I'm using right now. They're working really great with my skin. I would recommend any of them if you have been looking at buying any of them, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.